basically on the road here. Just give me a second. I won't be able to see any of your guys' comments, so just chill out. We will get the spoon done. Well, here's what we got to do on the spoon. Got to do some filing, right? I'm going to move this down, actually. We're going to go this way and this way. It's like 90%. My other computer's like at 90%. I don't mind that. I hate this fucking screen where I just need to use the other freaking phone, but it doesn't get good freaking internet. Good pictures and everything, but not good internet. This thing has a screen that I can't see at an angle, so that's why, the main reason why I rely on the other freaking computer so much. But, alright, so we got the spoon here. We got filing to do on the bowl. And that's it. So we gotta heat it up too. We gotta do some finished stuff on it. So we got filing to do on the bowl, stamping to do, and just a little bit of forging to do. Forge that arc in there. Just a little bit. Not a lot. So probably need to get the other vise out so we can really move that around, you know. So let's get our vise out here. My buddy Justin built me this vise, and I absolutely love it. They're not that hard, so and it's not necessarily a filing vise. It really isn't. But I'll be goddamn if it doesn't work fucking good for a filing device. You know what I'm saying? It's just really nice. The computer decided it wanted to freaking clean and update and all this other garbage. All right, so we're gonna work on the bowl here. We got some sharp corners here, and we need to start taking them down. So let me push this in a little farther here, just because we need as much stiffness as we possibly can get. So try not to make it scream. The reason it screams is because it's unsupported. But see, we have hard shoulders right here. There we go. We can get on and see your wonderful comments, if there is any. Like, that's the beauty of having this in the computer. I can see everybody's comments. I can answer everybody right away. Ideally, I'm gonna pick this up. We're gonna go tall with this computer. Now, this is the Surface Pro that I got to originally run this live stream on, but it didn't work out very well to run a live stream on. And then I found out I could use a goddamn phone after Apple updated their iOS, you know? And so it was like, motherfuckers, you little assholes. Okay, why? That was weird. That was really weird. Yeah, so they updated everything, which made it freaking so I could do all this shit on here, which is great. All right, pulling up the chat box right now. Come on, chat box. If there is anything, doesn't look like there is. Oh well, no big deal. No biggie. I don't want to care about Discord right now. Okay, so chat box is up, so it doesn't really matter. We'll go on from here. All right, so we got some pretty hard corners here, and we want to get them out of the way. We want to soften them up. So we're gonna leave that one tight, and we're gonna open this, turn it like that. And we are going to use, now I'm using a half round file. It has the sharpest teeth. That's also has the coarsest file too. So it removes a lot. And you can go on the half round in here and really transition your piece really nicely. So we're just gonna start filing this to make it a little bit more inviting to the mouth when you put it in your mouth. Because I mean, this is like a camp spoon, right? So you're gonna stir your beans, you're gonna stir your pot with this. You're gonna do everything with this, including eat with it. So yeah, it's long, but it needs to have a good mouthfeel. And sticking, well, I shouldn't surmise to think that sticking something rough and ripply in your mouth doesn't feel good to some people, but it wouldn't feel good to me. So just leave it at that. We won't go any farther than that. Let's take a look at our profile. That's not bad. That's not bad. Not bad. A little hard right there still, so let's take this down. Just soften that just ever so slightly. This is where your spoon really takes shape, is when you get in here and you start filing it. Or grinding it, whichever way you're doing it. We have a really good bowl here. It's really good. We just need to fix everything else. So I can't wait to get a freaking post leg vise. I have another leg vise. I just haven't put it in the ground yet, so it's not rocking all back and forth. Ooh, that's looking pretty good. It's looking really good. Starting to like that. You get a drawstring put in these pants, for Christ's sake. Okay, Now, there's still a little bit of forging to do on this, but like I said, not a lot. And we're going to be hot brushing it, so that's going to help out quite a bit. I don't care if there's a little bit of play in the bowl. Really don't. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to kind of look good, you know? So the bowl's kind of twisted right now. So we need to straighten that out. And we stamp on the back side here. And then this needs to kind of, the back end just to kind of, it's, because it already has a good spoon feel, right? Like that's not bad. Maybe this needs to come up a little bit. Like here, bam. Maybe this needs to be hammered down a little bit here. Bam, 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 right there. And so the bowl come up, the stem kind of go down. I might be able to do that cold, maybe. We'll see. Let's get everything out of the way here. Reposition everything. Let's see if we can do this cold. And then we'll light the forge. And we will make the fork. So these won't go up for availability until the fork and the knife are done. So I'm going to sell this as a set. I'm going to sell this as a set so that you can throw it in your camping gear and have a knife and have a knife, a fork, and a spoon. Take camping. The most ideal of situations. All right, so let's move everything here. We're gonna move the computer over here so I can see what's going on. We're gonna move the phone right here so you can see what's going on. And this device is gonna go back over here, out of the way. Let's like I said, this makes it rather interesting to set up here when there's not a lot of stuff. Okay, so this next part is pretty normal in blacksmithing, where that's not normal. That needs to go out. Where we do cold smithing quite a bit, actually. Quite a bit of cold smithing goes on. And it's a lot of planishing involved in it. Basically what you're doing is you're just planishing stuff. You can do a lot of good work by cold smithing. It is loud. but you get a lot of good straightening going on. Thin stuff out a little bit without over smithing it, for one. And it doesn't heat the shop up. Got a little bit of a twist in it. I think when we heat it up, let me see here. Yeah, you see it lift right there? All right, back the other way. Okay. It's a lot of back and forth, a lot of back and forth. Not looking too bad. We'll have to do some tweaking on it when we get the forge lit. I don't mind a few of the ball peen marks in it. Gonna hang that over there. We're gonna kind of cold forge that twist down a little bit. Oh, that's not bad. You know? In actuality, just a little bit of a bend back here, and we'll be good. I got water this morning, no coffee, and coffee. Water and coffee. That's a good wife right there. Good wife right there. Okay, I'm really liking it, and I actually kind of like how it's a little bit this way. We still need to heat it up to do our stamp. I wonder if I could get, well, no, we need to get it fully heated. So what we're gonna end up doing, because we gotta heat it up, we gotta do the stamp, we gotta do our hot brushing. That's going to soften everything a lot. We could come in here and do a little bit with the hammer. Take down some of these corners. And then when we come back through with the brush, it's absolutely going to soften everything. We want this thing, we don't want this pristine. I mean, that's something you gotta do for yourself, but the difference in a hard freaking corner and a soft corner, like when you're talking twists. So you look at this railroad spike that's been twisted. That's a hard, those are hard corners, and you can feel them. They bite on your hand. This soft corner right here, I mean, there is nothing to that, but you still get that look of the twist in there. And you get a nice soft corner, you get a nice hand feel. It's not gonna bite you if you're holding it right here. I mean, ideally you're gonna hold it here, but see, this has a nice look to it right there, where you can eat soup with that, and we just need to bring it back that way. Now, if it was already stamped, we'd be good to go. But I don't have any cold stamps. All I have is hot stamps. So what we gotta have to do is we gotta Start the fan. Got to move everybody outside. Start the forge. Get a little bit of heat in this. Stamp it. Take it. Knock it over the horn right there. And then start hot brushing it. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to move you guys all that way. So bear with me while I reset everything up. We're going to go flat. We're going to go up. Without destroying my camera or my phone, actually. Let me untangle that. Put that up there in the back. We'll go all the way up. And you're going to go for a ride. You guys are going for a ride. Hopefully nobody gets motion sickness. A little ride. Not a bad ride. Just a little ride. Get you guys back here. That'll be good. We're going to turn the fan on. Grab. Check the placement of that. Yeah, that's not too bad. Pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Almost time for a new. When this blower goes out, I'm gonna get a real blower, not a hair dryer, and do a redesign on Fred. So we're gonna light the forge. I'm gonna go get my safety glasses. That warm up, and we'll be back. Let you guys watch the magic over here. what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and get a lot of this done before it gets hot. I mean, well, basically, we're going to get this camera set up here. I want you to see all of this. What you guys came to see is this right here. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making a fork after the spoon, but it's supposed to get really hot today. So we'll get the spoon done. We'll get some knife stuff cut. We'll get another piece of 5/8 cut, and then we'll freaking see what time we're sitting at here. I want to keep these to an hour a piece, and so we'll probably end up going and doing a live show tonight, this evening, on the fork. Alright, so we need to stamp this, bend that over, and hot brush it. So the spike knives that we've been working on been absolutely giving me a headache. So we have 3 Navy SEAL knives and 2 EOD knives. So we have to put that stuff on there, and then the EOD stuff. They're finally done. Well, done-ish. We gotta do final cleanup on them. And then we're gonna hand deliver them. Readjust our okay, she's hot. Let's stamp it. here and do a little bit of a twist to it. I want to make sure it's straight-ish. That is perfect. Just a little bit there. Really good. Now we're going to start hot brushing. If I was plugged in. Hot brushing really smooths out your freaking the high spots. Take some of the mist marks out you don't want in. Remove the scale. Like when we were filing and we have filing marks in there, this takes it out. Periodically just heat it back up a little bit. It's like you're sculpting with a brush. You know, when you get a finished clay sculpture or pot, you're taking and you're removing your lines and everything. You know, when it's semi-dry, you're scraping, you know, or maybe you don't know. I don't know. Gotta be careful. Oh, there it is. No, we'll have to see. That jerked that freaking thing right out of my hand, right out of the tongs. Jerked the spoon right out of the tongs. Okay though. Get another set of tongs. Hit me right in that finger. That felt pretty good. So, I know I said I didn't want to use any electrical stuff on this, but this is damn near impossible to do with a hand brush. And so, what we need to do, I'm using it now, it's right at the end, it's just clean up. Bowl up, and we'll be done pretty much. We got to seal it. Now you can seal it with beeswax, but the problem with doing that is that some people are allergic to that stuff. So what I end up doing, I end up heating it up and I'm sealing it with olive oil. Like, I don't know anybody that's allergic to olive oil, but if you are, don't buy this, because yeah, we'll end up sealing it in olive oil, which means heating up to around 400 degrees and just coating it and letting that olive oil burn in. So let it cool down a little bit. It's a little hot. a semi-used head on this. Should fit better down in there. Should. Doesn't mean it will. Softens all of our edges. Now we'll put an anti-rusty agent on it, which will get burned off in the next heat. Wipe it down. And there's your spoon, folks. So, okay, spoon, that's a really good spoon, you know, and you can stir with it, stir your pot of beans, serve with it, eat with it, good spoon. All right, what we're going to do, since we're pushing about, we got a little time, but might cut this short. What we're going to do this evening, we're going to start the fork. We're going to get the fork done that matches this. Alright? Then we're going to do a knife that matches this. Same twist, same ball. The knife handle will be like that though. You know, be a little different. Little different. Got a frog in my throat. But we'll get the matching fork for this, and then we'll make a knife to go with it too. So the key to these is you make them to where you can tell they're a set. The harder we turn this off. The hardest thing to do with a spoon like this is to make a knife that matches it, that's actually feels good to feels good to use. But we can do it, and we will do it. But that is how you make a spoon out of 5/8 by 5/8 square bar by 3.5 inches long. All right, it has some heft to it, and you know, it's not something you want to bang your teeth on. It's pretty thin, but this is something, whether it would have been wooden spoons, like small spoons like this, wooden ones carved out, or forged out back in the day before we had all the industrial stuff. This is what you'd be using, is something like that. You know, we might even add to this series a plate, because you need a plate. So we'll do that. We'll add a plate to this as well, because you need a plate to go with your utensils. So we're gonna have the spoons done. We'll do a fork, a knife, and a plate. And then if I really get squirrely, maybe we'll do a bowl. That'll be fun. We'll see where we're at when we get the plate done, and we'll do those. So let me know in the comments if you'd rather see like the plate and the bowl in like a video to where it's only like 7-8 minutes long, and or even all the rest of them too, a fork, knife, plate, and bowl in a video format rather than a live format, because like that's going to take a couple days to do a plate, a couple days to do a bowl. Normally this would take a day, maybe a couple hours to do if I was using all my shit here. When we did the fork, knife, and spoon in competition, it took 6 hours to do all three. And so let me know in the comment section if, like, once this live feed goes to be posted, let me know, because for some reason I can't see the comments once this comes out of live mode. So I need to look that up, I need to figure that out. But let me know if you'd rather see it in a video. Live feeds are great, but these are going to be super, super long. And to me, I don't know if people want to have super, super long live feeds. Thanks, AT. Make sure you guys go look up AT Smith's Custom Creations, right? Yeah, Custom Creations. So let me know. But yeah, we'll get the pieces cut for the fork and the knife, and we'll see you guys back here again tonight at 7 p.m. Pacific time. So I'm gonna leave you guys right there with that. I'm gonna go drink my coffee. Haven't had any coffee. You don't have any videos yet? Okay, well, don't check out AT Smith's Custom Creations quite yet. So, but keep them on your radar. Keep them on your radar. They'll have some videos out here, I'm sure, soon. So, but yeah, we'll see you guys tonight at 7 p.m. and we'll get that fork started. Now the fork is considerably different than the spoon. How you forge it. We got to do a split. We got to tee it out, and then we fork it up. That wasn't a euphemism. So, yeah, we'll let you guys go. You guys have a great Sunday, and I want you to stay safe out there, especially if you live in the Pacific Northwest. It's on fire. It's just absolutely burning up. So, say a prayer for those that are caught in the fire for us. Once again, stay safe out there. Be well, and as always, Forge on.